Hello and welcome to today's video, which is going to be how to reward yourself on your makeup low buy or no buy without buying makeup. The whole premise behind this video is that I am on a low buy for this year, and I had the realization that I tend to reward myself or treat myself for positive and negative things by buying makeup. This is something that I've done for a while. For example, my birthday month, I'm gonna buy myself some makeup. Even negative things like, I've had a rough day or I'm really stressed out, make myself feeling better by buying makeup. And obviously I can't really do that this year to the extent that I have in the past. I'll link my low buy intro video if you did not see that. I also have a makeup and consumerism playlist with some other videos kind of related to this type of thing. So I will link that as well. Another video I've done is how to reduce excessive shopping. And in that video, I did talk about that at some point I was buying clothes very excessively and I had a big problem with buying clothes. So something to be aware of is to not turn one shopping problem into another shopping problem. So just keep that in mind listening to these tips. Some of these tips are free, they're not anything that cost money, but this is just something I am going to be keeping in mind on my low buy and trying to reward myself with things other than makeup, because there's probably a lot of stuff out there that is more valuable to me than another neutral palette or another peachy blush, which I already have a million of, and they're gonna go bad eventually. So overall, the value is probably not that high when I already have so many. Please share some of your no buy, low buy tips as well in the comments, and let's get into it. Alrighty, the first one is just something free. Give yourself a couple hours to relax, watch Netflix, watch your favorite movie, read your favorite book, do a DIY face mask. Just give yourself some time to relax. I think a lot of us don't do this enough. We're all so stressed out. There's so much going on in the world and everybody's personal lives. I think it's important to just take even an hour if you can do it and just relax on the couch. Don't do anything. Don't put pressure on yourself to get anything done during that time frame, and just relax. And this is something I've been trying to do lately, and something I've been doing is I've been watching the Gilmore Girls again. That show is so calming to me. I don't even know. It just like the endorphins go flying in my brain when I watch Gilmore Girls. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm sure everybody has like a movie or a TV show that just makes them feel happy, and that one is it for me. So I've been watching that lately, and honestly, I forget about the urge to even go shopping when I watch that show because it is just so calming. Alrighty, the second way to treat yourself would be, instead of buying makeup that you don't need, which you probably have plenty of, would be to use that money and buy something that you actually need and could get much better use out of. This would be a much better treat for yourself than buying unnecessary makeup products. So, if your coffee maker broke, buy a new coffee maker or something else. Because I know I sometimes do this with things that I actually need. I actually put off purchasing those and then buy unnecessary things like makeup instead. Really, it makes no sense. So I'm really trying not to do that. Something this year that I am going to try to do is to revamp my wardrobe a little bit. As I mentioned in the intro, I did have a problem with shopping for clothes excessively in the past. So I want to be aware that I'm not going to start doing that again. But it's gotten to the point where I rarely buy clothes and a lot of my stuff is falling apart, holes in it, faded, and things that I wear every day. So I'm gonna try to replace some of those falling apart pieces and purchase a couple new things that I would get great use out of. Even things like socks. I have so many socks with holes in them. I need to just get rid of those, buy new socks, and that will bring much more value to my life, more neutral eyeshadow palettes. My next way to treat yourself would be with consumable products. Some of my favorite things in the world are food, red wine, and coffee. I love those so much, but I'm a little bit cheap when it comes to those things. Before the whole pandemic, usually I would go out to eat maybe once a week, but we've been trying not to get too much takeout because that can get expensive. And yeah, I don't know, I'm kind of cheap when it comes to this stuff, even though I really, really enjoy it. I had the realization though the other day that we did get takeout. And the takeout for both my husband and I from one of our favorite restaurants was around like $50. And I realized one of those mid-sized Natasha Denona palettes is $65. So it's less than an eyeshadow palette, and to me, food and drink is more of like an enjoyable experience. And yeah, I think I don't really do this enough. Something much cheaper you could do is just cook yourself your favorite meal at home. You know, that's, again, I need to try to cook a little bit more. Yeah, so I just think food and drink is more of an experience, and it's worth indulging in every once in a while, even if you're just cooking for yourself at home. This is gonna be something I'm gonna be trying to do more. The next one isn't really gonna sound like a reward, but hear me out, I really do think that it is, and that is to clean and organize. Now, I know that sounds like a chore, but honestly, if I pick, you know, one thing out, whether it's my makeup or my closet or a pantry, something like that, and clean it out and organize it, it seems daunting at first, but then I feel so much better afterwards. Looking at a closet after I've just cleaned it out makes me so happy that I really think that this is worth doing. And I do consider this a treat to myself because it can be a lot of work, but it is absolutely worth it. And you could even do this with your makeup, clean your makeup, reorganize it, clean off your vanity, make everything look nice and new again. And I've noticed that if I clean something out and I get rid of things that I'm not using, like, you know, expired food out of a cupboard, it makes me not want to buy more because I realize, you know, the kind of a waste and things like that that I may have. And when something is nice and organized, I don't want to clutter it up again. So this could be something that you could do. I know it sounds more like work than a reward, but once you do it, you'll feel much better. The next way to reward yourself doesn't sound as exciting either, but in the long run, it's gonna help you out a lot more. And that is, instead of spending money on makeup, saving up for something big. In my low buy video, a lot of you guys told me that you were getting married and you're saving up for your wedding, which is awesome and obviously a more valuable experience than, you know, more blushes that we don't need. So something like, yeah, if you're getting married, or if you need a new car, or you want to buy a house, or even a future trip that you want to go on. I mean, I haven't traveled obviously in the last year, but I do hope to be able to do that again, and it would be worth saving up for that. So I think long-term financial goals are very important to keep in mind. I definitely have long-term financial goals that I'm working on and saving up for. And I think it's not exciting, you know, like going out and buying something new, but it is definitely worthwhile. So I know something that some people have done is, let's say you want to buy a $50 eyeshadow palette. Instead of buying that palette, you put like $50 in your savings account, or, you know, something like that. Obviously, it doesn't have to be exactly that, but I know that's an idea that I've seen a lot of people do. And yeah, I think long-term financial goals are obviously very important. They're more important than frivolous things like makeup. I'm not saying don't buy any makeup, of course. You know, obviously I'm still going to be buying makeup. Long term though, you're probably going to thank yourself for saving up for something bigger. Alrighty, and my last way to treat yourself is to buy something a bit more luxurious and nice, something that you don't have a lot of and that you don't treat yourself to a lot. Reward yourself with that instead of another neutral palette, which you probably have plenty of. So for me, an example for this would be perfume. I love perfume. I posted a perfume collection in December, and I don't have that many perfumes in relation to other things, but it's something I absolutely love. I love it so much. Even at home, I just spray myself with perfume and it just makes me feel good. Something I really enjoy. So I may try to expand my perfume collection this year. We'll see, because yeah, like I said, I don't have nearly as much perfume as I do makeup, and I would get more value out of that. So obviously this could be, you know, anything that you really like, but you don't have a lot of, you don't treat yourself with this very often. It probably would be more worth it for you in the long run to buy something like this, you know, than makeup, which you may already have plenty of. Alrighty, that is it for this video. I am going to be trying to keep these things in mind because honestly, I've realized that I do this a lot where I'm treating myself with makeup, and I just need other ways to do that without spending money on makeup. I am going to keep this list around for reference whenever I get the urge to buy a makeup product that I probably don't really need. And yeah, please let us know your tips down below. I will link my no buy intro video if you did not see that, and also my makeup and consumerism playlist where I have some other videos that are kind of related to this one. That is it. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.